Decent name. Nick Noir. You can call me a gumshoe, a private eye, a private investigator, or just a plain old detective. Just call me when you need some help. I can find out who's been writing bad checks on your account. I can even find that long-lost love. I can trail your current love and find out if there's any hanky-panky going on. I can find out who stole your bicycle, your cat, or even your mother-in-law. I can even get them back for you, if you really want. And I can solve a murder quicker than the police can ask, were you when the deceased got deceased? Yeah, I'm that good. That's why my soon-to-be spousal unit here, Selma, has a stack of envelopes. They're invoices for services rendered. Clients owe Nick, and like it or not, clients gotta pay. Hey baby, how's my lady? You got a kiss for your #1 fan?
Oh gosh, Nick, my lips are so full of glue we'd probably get stuck together and need the fire department to pull us apart.
Hey baby, when you're hot, you're hot. You want a bite? It's an Automeyer all beef wiener.
No, I think I'm just gonna go mail these.
What's the rush, Selma?
There's no rush, I just think we ought to get going if we want to make it to my folks before lunch.
Hey Selma, I got something to show you.
Oh yeah? What's that, Nick?
You sure you're all right? You look awfully pale.
Yeah, I'm fine. There's not a lot of sun today.
Baby, if the sun were any hotter, you could fry a tortilla on my car hood. So look, I picked him up this morning.
Oh gosh, Nick, our wedding ring.
Yep, and there's no turning back now, on account that we bought them on sale, so they're not returnable.
I'm glad there's no turning back, Nick.
You sound worried.
I mean, it's just that you haven't met my parents or anything yet.
Come on, they're gonna love me. What's not to love? And then we're off to the Little Chapel of Love. Elvis does the ceremony. And the Four Seasons sing the wedding march. Just then, I could tell there was something wrong with Selma, aside from the sticky tongue.
Maybe there's something I have to tell you.
Hey, you know me, baby, Mr. Easy. Remember when I first hired you? My office was behind Paulie's pool hall. We used an umbrella for a roof. And some of those first chances, if we can weather all that, whatever little secret you have can't make that much of a difference. Can it?
Nick, my folks really want a big wedding.
So they want to come with us to the Little Chapel of Love?
Not exactly they want to host the wedding.
They have their own little chapel picked out?
Not exactly they want it at their house.
Their little bungalow?
Not exactly a little bungalow.
What exactly is it?
Guess I had to start from the beginning.
Just then, my stomach dropped like an elevator to the basement. And that last bit of hot dog made a very unsettling landing. Maybe you better get it off your chest.
Nick, my father. Nick, my father. My father's Otto Meyer.
Otto Meyer. Where did I just hear that name?
Your hot dog.
He's the Otto Meyer? Beefy, spicy, just tastes great. Meyer's wieners really rate.
He made that up himself.
The Otto Meyer?
The one and only.
Well, I guess there's no little bungalow.
Oh, Nick, I didn't want to worry you.
How much do I have to worry?
28 rooms, a riding stable, 2 tennis courts, and 2 swimming pools.
Oh, no, I'm not worried. I'm scared to death.
Now, Nick, just take a deep breath. They're just people.
Yes, they're just people who live in 28 separate rooms, get to pick which pool they take a dip in, have their own court for tennis, and have a stable full of ponies.
Don't worry, they're gonna love you, Dr. Noor.
What's this doctor bit?
Well, Father always said he wants his girls to marry someone more successful than him.
More successful than the hot dog king?
Mm-hmm. That's why I told him you're head of neurology at Johns Hopkins.
What? You lied about me?
Oh, Nick, don't be angry.
I don't even know what neurology is.
That's perfect! Neither do they. They won't ask any questions the whole weekend. They'll just want a few details about our yacht and why we took the car up instead of taking the private jet.
I was beginning to see a new side of Selma, her creative side.
Just tell them that the yacht is in dry dock and we wanted a romantic drive up. Can you remember that?
I don't see why not.
Perfect. And since I'm chief administrator at Johns Hopkins, we work together.
You're what?
I'm chief administrator. That's how we met. I hired you.
Exactly what I'd like to do. You are Nick Noor, aren't you?
Well. Things are starting to look up. Who would have known that Venus de Milo would walk in my office that day?
I'm sorry, but the office is closed for the day.
Is that true, Nick? Nick Nor.
Well, not exactly.
Have an appointment.
A woman that looks like that doesn't need... must be in great need.
And I'm terribly distressed.
And you're terribly dressed, all right.
Don't you have some letters to mail, Chief Administrator?
I can mail them later.
The mail goes out in 5 minutes.
Maybe you'll need me to take notes.
Oh, don't you worry. I know the tune pretty well.
I bet you wrote it.
Will just be a minute, Selma, and then me and you need to have a little chat.
You know what? Forget it. If you want me, I'll be at Father's.
Your girl Friday seems a bit jealous.
Does she have a reason to be?
Oh, not for me. I'm business. Strictly business.
And what business is that, Miss?
Divine. Desiree. Divine.
That's quite a heavenly name.
Oh, don't you worry. I don't wear a halo.
I could tell this day knew the score, but the problem was I didn't know what game we were playing. So what's the job?
I want to find this man.
Now, if you don't mind me saying, Mr. Ryan, he doesn't look like he could keep up with you.
You don't think him and I... You must be a better detective than that. He did a job for me, and I never paid him for it. And I always settle my debts.
Good to know. Any idea where we might find this guy?
An associate gave me this address we can try. He didn't have anything else to write on.
Something was fishy. Real fishy. My instincts told me to give her that knife back and walk away. But whoever listens to their instincts anyway, I wanted to see what's at the bottom of this kettle of fish.
My car's downstairs. Coming.
Hey, if she's driving, what do I got to lose?
A bit, Cosmo. Not one single bit.
I've explained it as clearly as possible, Mr. Meyer. They made a mistake.
The IRS doesn't make mistakes. If they say they didn't get the money, they didn't get the money.
I say they did.
Oh, great. Big shot business manager Cosmo Krabs is going to take on the IRS. That's like a mouse taking an elephant.
Otto, come sit down. You just need to relax.
Hey, Graham, that seat's taken.
Otto, is Vagabond looking here now?
No, Cosmo, because he just threw a new cushion onto the couch.
Who are you calling a couch cushion? Pops?
Don't call me Pops again. You're no relation to me.
Not yet.
Sissy would never, ever, not in a million years, marry you.
She's upstairs reading Bride magazine right now.
That's it, I'm canceling your subscription. Now, go on and get outside. Get some exercise.
I'm getting all the exercise I need right here. And you know something? How about getting a nice HD TV in here? I'm bored with this thing.
On one condition.
Really?
You get a job in Antarctica. Come on, Cosmo, we're into my study to hash this out.
Ralph, what's wrong?
Your father? He's pretty mean.
What do you do now?
He all but told me to get a job.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean it.
Yes, he does mean it, and he has no idea how it makes me feel.
Oh, poor Ralphie. I know just the thing to make you feel better. Take me shopping.
I'm too tired to go shopping.
You just got up.
Are you gonna start on me now? Well, it's about time. I'm practically wasting away to nothing here.
You're the fattest nothing I've ever seen.
Sissy, are you gonna let the help talk to me like that?
Oh, Ralph, you know Elia's just a replacement cook. If Mrs. Beamley were here, she'd never talk to you that way.
How is Mrs. Beanley doing?
She's almost completely over her nervous breakdown. Except she still screams and cries when she sees a hot dog.
At least our worst is over.
Coming, Ralph?
I told you I'm taking a nap.
Okay, bye-bye. Not a good idea with food in your mouth. Ta-ta. And this is the great room. Lovely, simply lovely, don't you think, Louie?
Pink curtains, pink balloons, bouquets of pink roses.
Jasmine scented candles, the guest book here, it's even lined there.
This is simply splendid, Miss Meyer. You almost don't need wedding coordinators after all.
But we're glad you chose heart and soul to do the job, aren't we, Louie?
Oh yes, we will enhance, enlighten, and empower so you can enjoy.
And that's just what I intend to do. Enjoy. Oh, Mrs. Meyer,
We know what you're going through.
your firstborn, getting married, it's a momentous occasion.
It's natural for you to shed a tear or two.
I'm not crying because of the wedding.
What's wrong then?
He's still here.
Oh dear, I thought that was a couch cushion.
At the rate things are going, he'll be lying on that couch the day of the wedding. What do you think? We could probably get some pink bouquet to toss over him.
I'd say move the couch somewhere else.
Where? Antarctica?
Is he a member of the family?
I hope not. He's been dating Sissy for a while now, but we only hope she comes to her senses soon. What do you think, Louie? Groomsman?
I'd say a vase. We can stuff him with begonias.
Oh, Candy, you made it. I would miss this to the world, considering I haven't met Prince Charming yet, but he looks a little tired. Oh no, that's not Selma's young man. They haven't arrived yet. Oh good, for a minute I thought Selma lost her mind, or at least her good taste. Now, Candy, allow me to introduce you to our wedding coordinators, Lila Hart and Louis Soul. We can do something with that, can't we, Louie?
Candy dishes surrounded by petunias with more candy.
You guys are good. We're the best.
Madame,
Yes, Gibbon?
A butler? A real live butler?
please, Madame, you might leave fingerprints.
What did you need, Gibbons?
Miss Selma has arrived.
Oh good, we can finally meet her hunk.
She has arrived hunkless.
Selma, honey, you made it. Hi, Mommy. Gosh, Selma, aren't you missing something? Like Mr. Wright? Yes, where's Dr. North? Oh dear.
We do have a wonderful price on a broken engagement party.
It really helps to smooth out the ruffled feathers. Selma, honey, what happened? Oh, Louie, what are we gonna do?
Stay put. We need this wedding.
But what if there is no wedding?
I have a feeling it'll turn into a funeral. And we can use one of those too.
Say, you must be Gibbons, like one of those monkeys from Asia, in this monkey suit. Funny.
The order is mammal and the species is halibut, which technically makes them gorillas, sir. I shall let Madame know you have arrived.
I knew from the get-go I was out of my league. The butler wore a get-up that made an undertaker look shabby, and the whole place looked like something out of a Travel Channel special. And it reeked of something I knew nothing about. Money.
Gosh, Nick, you ever seen this place?
Never knew people liked hot dogs so much.
They must have the market cornered.
With plenty of spicy mustard. And to think, this could have been my in-laws, if Selma hadn't told them lies.
You know something, Nick?
What's that, Miss Devine?
There's a familiar smell in this room.
How do you mean familiar?
I don't know.
Could it be the sandwich?
Salami and sardines?
How'd you know?
Who else would eat such a thing?
You must have been around here recently.
And how do you know?
She had to know. Facts is facts and slime is slime. Look where you bit the sandwich. It's still slimy.
I think I need some fresh air. Oh, Gibbons said you arrived.
I didn't know who this dame was, but her eyes were red and her mascara was running. She looked like she was about ready to pitch a hissy. Nick Noor.
Dr. Noor? Oh my, am I excited to see you. I am Mimi Myers, Selma's mother. Welcome to Wurst Mansion.
I've seen worse.
Somehow from what Selma said earlier, I didn't exactly expect you.
So Selma's lies were catching up with her, huh? Of course, I didn't tell that old lady that. I was just delayed.
I know, a patient who desperately needed your expert hands-in surgery.
Yeah, well, something like that.
Mommy, I think I need another box of tissues.
Look who arrived, Selma.
Hiya, Selma.
Nick, oh, Nick, you came!
Of course I came, baby. I just had some things to tidy
At
up.
the hospital.
Yeah, you know how messy the operating room gets.
I'll get those tissues now, Selma.
Well, I don't think I need them now that Nick's here.
Was it hot in there, or is it just me? Oh, Selma, baby, you know you're the only one for me.
Gosh, Nick, I feel a whole lot better now that I caught my breath.
Nick, how could you?
Now, Selma, honey, this must be Dr. Noor's patient.
Yes, this is Miss Devine.
Pleased to meet you. It must be so nice to have a doctor who's so concerned about his patients that he brings them along on his weekend getaways. Doctor?
Yes, Miss Devine, I think we better take your temperature.
I thought you used a thermometer for that.
Oh, Mommy, I think I do need those tissues.
I'll get them, honey. Mommy's coming. What's with this, Sherlock?
Long story. Just play sick.
I don't get sick, Nick. I get even.
Yeah? Well, till the job's done, we're playing doctor.
I used to play doctor with the kid next door. Until he decided brain surgery was his specialty.
See, Otto, the books are in great shape. The new jalapeno hot dogs will cover your losses. Just like that.
Well, see, it looks like you just walked in from a candy store. How would you two like to try a new kind of hot dog?
You must be Otto Meyer.
Guilty as charged.
Nick Noor.
Dr. Noor, right?
Why, you're someone's fiance. You don't look like a doctor to me.
Where'd you go to medical school? Jamaica?
I can assure you, he operates just fine.
And who are you?
Desiree Devine.
You certainly are.
She's my patient.
Your patient. What's wrong with her?
Well, right now we think it's,
Sinus congestion.
yep, it's the sinuses. The nasal sinuses of the nose. Say, these look mighty tasty.
And there's one thing I love, and that's a juicy hot dog.
What do you think?
What?
I think they want water.
Gibbons, quickly.
You bellowed, sir.
Get some water, would you?
Your wish is my command.
I've had too much jalapeno.
Some people like with a bit of punch to it.
This is more like a mule's kick.
Your water, sir.
Thanks, Gorilla.
Gibbons, if you please, sir.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do to us?
Say, Miss Devine, heat like that might clear out the nasal sinuses of the nose.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, Gibbons, you're excused. I don't know, Cosmo. Looks like we still have some things to smooth out.
I suppose so.
I want to see last quarter's report.
It's in my car.
Let's go together, shall we? No fast getaways.
Even through the jalapeno-induced heat, I can sense the tension between Otto and that other guy, Cosmo. And if experience serves me right, water is no cure.
Oh, Nick. Oh, Dr. Noor. I feel faint. Oh, please. Check if I have a pulse.
Miss Devine, if you can talk, you have a pulse. It's a tough job, but when a woman offers you her wrist, somebody's got to do it. I've never smelt a wrist quite like that. What's the scent?
Seduction. So tell me, Dr. Noor, do I have a pulse?
Yeah, and it's really rubbing up.
No, it's all just your imagination, Selma.
Oh, imagination, is it? Treating your patient, I see.
Well, she does look a bit peaked.
Flushed, I'd say.
And her breathing's a bit.
Breathy. And I know why.
Now, Selma, baby, you got the wrong idea. Thanks to your backup crew here. You really should introduce me.
Well, Lila and Louie are our wedding coordinators.
Heart and soul of weddings. Incorporated. You must be the groom.
Guilty as charged.
And this is Selma's bridesmaid, Candy.
I felt like a deer, staring at the headlights of an oncoming semi. Should I move, or hope that impending doom just somehow avoids me? Nice to meet y'all.
Selma's told us a lot about you, especially within the past 5 minutes. And it looks like it's all true.
We'll just see about that, Cosmo.
Otto here, have you met Selma's fiance?
And his patient. How's she doing, Doc?
Improving.
And I know why.
Excuse me, madame. The lunch is served.
Thank you, Gibbons. This way, everyone.
Well, I wouldn't start.
Those are bank balance.
Miss Devine, I think you should go fill your plate too.
Oh, but Dr. Noor, I'm not exactly hungry. And I still feel a bit faint.
Don't care. You need to keep up your strength, so beat it. comes a time in everyone's life when well-chosen words mean the difference between life and death. And this was most certainly one of those times. Now, Selma, you see what all your lies have gotten us into?
Why did you bring that patient here?
Because this is apparently where the job led us.
What are you talking about?
I'm tracking down a creep for Miss Devine.
Why track him down? I'm looking at him right now.
Funny, but it's somebody different this time. Someone that owes her a chunk of change. It's just a job, Selma. Just a job.
Oh, it's just a job? It's just a job, is it? So what happens after the job?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Dr. Noor? You made him up.
Personally, I don't care if I ever see you or Dr. Noor ever again.
And I thought that was as bad as it could get. Hey! What are you doing? How dare you scare me like that?
I just asked what you were doing.
I'm an old man. You could have given me a heart attack.
You're snooping, aren't you?
I've had a history of heart problems. I'd have a heart attack. You'd be to blame.
Oh, don't put yourself out. He doesn't keep any cash in that desk.
How'd you know?
I already looked.
Well, for your information, Mr. Rooney, I'm not looking for cash.
Well, then what exactly are you looking for?
My butcher knife. The big sharp one about this long.
Haven't seen it.
If you do find it, be careful. It cause some serious damage.
Hey, Nick, I don't know what you want me to say.
Just tell her the truth. Tell her you're just a client and this is just the job.
I'm just a client. This is just a job, okay?
You know, I've seen better acting in first grade school spring pageant.
It's all true, Selma. Truer than any of the lies you told your family.
I already explained that to you, Nick. You see how it is here.
The only thing I see is everybody here seems to be lying about something.
No, it's just me. And you. And her.
Say, Nick, I hate to change the subject, but I think he's been in here. And not too long ago. Who is she talking about?
The creep I'm tracking down for her, the one I already told you about.
I'm just gonna creep into a dark corner and keep my eyes open. He has to come back.
I've already got enough dark corners, lady. Father? Father, what's wrong?
I just don't understand it.
Don't understand what?
That was it. Otto Meyer, the hot dog king. The man that could crush anyone financially. Finally found out I wasn't a doctor at all.
Where all that money went.
Boy, was I relieved when he said that.
I've never felt so helpless and sick in all my life.
Good thing Dr. Noor is here. He'll prescribe something for you. He always knows what to do to make me feel better.
Can you, Dr. Nick? I need something to clear my mind. I've got to come up with a plan, or
Or what, Father?
the IRS is going to come to Automeyer Hot Dogs and grill us good.
Oh, Nick, you've got to do something.
That was it. The look in Selma's eyes was always too powerful. It melted my heart. There was nothing I wouldn't do. Oh, Selma, baby, when you look at me like that, there's nothing I wouldn't do. I'll get Vinny the Worm and Morris the Snake on the case right away.
Are Benny the Worm and Morris the Snake part of the American Medical Association?
Charter members, come on, Selma.
Where to find your patient?
Just then, my patience about my patient was wearing mighty thin. No, she's doing much better. I think you're the one who needs medical attention.
Your kitchen is definitely not big enough.
That counter won't hold the wedding cake, let alone 400 hors d'oeuvres, 300 glasses of champagne, and the 16 barrels of beef.
Mimi, we're not inviting royalty, are we?
No, dear. He means the roast. Now, I suggest knocking down the west wall.
We could recommend a contractor.
He's dependable and extremely...
Cheap. Please say cheap.
Otto.
One thing you don't want to do is a script on your baby's big day. This is a day you want to remember for the rest of your lives.
Yeah, behind bars.
We found Selma's wedding dress. Isn't it to die for?
And I might.
Oh, poor Otto. Is something upsetting your tummy? And look at my bridesmaid dress. Isn't it the living end?
Why is she so preoccupied with death?
Gee, Mr. Meyer, you're supposed to be happy. Don't you like the colors?
And how about that neckline? I can see a diamond necklace with that, Candy.
I was thinking pearls.
How about both?
Mr. Meyer, can we take a credit card to pick up a few accessories?
Oh, dear Lila.
Now, Candy, why don't you go find Selma and show her the dresses? She hasn't even had a chance to take a look at them yet. Is Mr. Meyer going to be okay?
He'll be alright.
Run along.
Otto, where does it hurt?
Mrs. Meyer, this is a common affliction with the fathers of brides. We've seen it at almost every wedding we've ever coordinated. We thought Mr. Meyer might be spared because, well, he sells so many hot dogs.
Maybe some Bengay will help.
I don't think so.
Well, where is the pain?
In his wallet.
Otto, we've discussed the expense. We can afford Selma's wedding. Can't we?
We could before.
Before what? Hello? Yes, it is. And whom shall I say is calling? Otto, it's a Mr. Crankshaft from the IRS. Are you at home?
No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crankshaft, but he had a few errands to run. I'll let him know you called. Otto, what's wrong? He's got to be in here. The smell's overpowering.
Quick, it came from in here.
It sounded like somebody was getting...
Spare me the gory details.
You're a doctor. You're supposed to be used to the gory details.
Just 'cause I'm a doctor doesn't mean I like the sight of blood.
Well, whoever it was, it scared the bum off, and he didn't even come out of the door.
I was beginning to wonder why Miss Devine even needed a detective. She seemed pretty good at calling the shots all on her own.
I'm not paying you to sit there. Come on. Did we hear someone scream?
A scream?
A scream of sheer terror. It was me. Dr. Noor was going to give me a shot, and I'm afraid of needles.
Oh, be careful. You could scream and shatter all the crystal goblets. Then what will we toast with?
Mommy, what happened? It's quite all right, Selma. Miss Devine is afraid of shots. That's all. Oh, well, who would have figured?
Selma, you look... I wanted to get real mushy and tell her she'll pick the girl I always dreamed of marrying. But with all those eyes plastered on me, I couldn't get the words out. So I opted for something a little less gooey. Selma, you look like a bride.
Thanks.
Say, what are those papers you're doing on my desk?
They're not supposed to be there?
These are company files. Somebody's been snooping.
Otto, why would anyone want to bother with your old papers? Now, Candy, I think you need to go try on your dress to make sure it's a perfect fit. Good idea.
Louie, where did you put those tablecloths?
The whole chest. Where else?
Come on, Selma. I can't wait to see how that wedding dress looks on you.
What is it, Lila? Oh, dear.
Now, Lila's a woman of a lot of heart and an eye for fashion, but I figured the color of the tablecloths couldn't be that bad. What's wrong?
Oh, my heart.
Oh, my soul.
Jeez Louise, it can't be that bad. On the other hand.
It's Cosmo!
Cosmo, what are you doing in there? We have plenty of couches to lie down on.
I don't think he can hear you, Miss Meyer.
What's wrong with him, Dr. Noor? Yes, doctor.
Well, in my expert medical opinion, he's croaked.
and get new tablecloths, just like those ones.
Yes, Sheriff, a body. In the hope chest. Of course we know who the victim is. It's my business manager, Cosmo Krebs. I'm not so sure about that. You did? This morning? Well then, get a deputy on the case. Las Vegas, what the devil's he doing there? Deputies don't need vacations. Alright, we won't touch a thing.
Otto.
So naturally we'll all stay right here.
Otto, dear.
Luckily, my future son-in-law, is a doctor.
Otto.
Confound it, Mimi. Quit interrupting.
Ask him if we can close the hope chest.
My wife wants to know if we can close the hope chest. Alright, we will.
Well?
The sheriff says to close the hope chest gently.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, sir. I didn't see you there.
Yeah, and if I believe that, I'd be a sucker for anyone trying to sell me swampland in Florida.
The sheriff said to close the hope chest. Gently.
Well, it's not like the fingerprints are gonna fall off.
The sheriff is on his way, right, Father?
Nope, he broke his leg getting a cat out of a tree this morning.
And what was that about the deputy being on vacation?
Las Vegas won a trip, so they're going to see if they can get a steak hop down here. Until then,
We sit quietly and don't touch anything.
Gee, Dr. Norris, seems like you've been through this before.
Oh, yeah. Nick has done this a few times. He's helped the cops.
Helped them a few times. More like I saved their necks every time.
Dr. Nor, what are you supposed to happen to that poor man?
Must have been a heart attack. He ate 3 desserts, and he told you that the eclairs for heart attacks on a plate.
I could perform an autopsy right here,
Not in my house.
Nick, no.
but it doesn't look like he died from natural causes.
An accident. It must have been an accident.
Or maybe he just decided to end it all.
By hitting himself in the back of the head with a blunt cylindrical object.
a blunt cylindrical object.
Like a fireplace poker?
Where is the fireplace poker?
Gibbons.
It was there before lunch, Mr. Meyer. I polished the handle myself.
You got any proof of that?
You'll have to take my word for it, Dr. North.
If that guy could have stuck his nose any higher in the air, that cat could have hooked himself on it and saved the sheriff a whole lot of trouble. All right, I'll take your word for it. This time, Gibbons. So, we know one thing.
Poor Cosmo. He has gone to that big dessert buffet in the sky.
All right, we know 2 things.
He was hit in the back of the head.
With the fireplace poker.
Okay, that's 3 things.
What else do we know, Dr. Nick?
Well, he was murdered right after lunch.
You know what else I noticed, Dr. Nick? Your patient is missing.
I could tell by the way Selma said that. She already had an idea who did it. And maybe she was right. Maybe Cosmo was the guy Desiree was looking for the whole time.
Well, Nick, where is she?
She said she's taking a bromo. Touch of heartburn.
Are you sure hers is the only heart that's burning?
Yeesh, Selma, give a guy a break. I bet she had nothing to do with it.
Neither does Ralph.
Where is that couch cushion anyway?
I haven't seen him since I went shopping. What if there's a serial killer on the loose? Oh no, we've got to find Ralph. He could be lying somewhere. Helpless.
Ralph is always lying somewhere helpless.
Father!
Gibbons, go and find Mr. Ralph and Miss
Divine.
Nick, I don't like the way you said that. It sounds like you mean it.
Very good, sir.
Before the guy in the monkey suit could hop in his VW bus and leave the scene of the crime, I figure I better get something out of the way. Hold on there, Gibbons. Before you leave, I gotta ask you, where were you right after lunch?
I was polishing silver in the pantry, Dr. North.
Anyone vouch for you?
No, but the silver shines like the top of Daddy Warbuck's head. Will that be all?
Yeah. So, where were you after lunch?
I was in my room taking a power nap.
Can anyone vouch for you?
I don't know. I was asleep.
Well, I guess if you were asleep, you couldn't have done it.
No, Sissy, I'm gonna go help look for Ralph. I wanna come too.
Well, then where were you after lunch?
In my room, putting the tags on the things I just bought.
The whole time?
How many things did you buy?
Come on, Candy, Ralph could meet us.
And you? Where were you after lunch?
You? I'm not you. My name is Elliot, and I was at the kitchen washing dishes. Where else would I be?
Let me see your hands.
Why?
His hands look like bleached chicken claws. Well, you definitely didn't do it. You think you could get him some rubber gloves?
Yeah, I took that thank for a brillo pen to scrub the pots and pans.
Maybe if you didn't burn so much food, you wouldn't have to scrub so hard.
So, where were you two?
I was in the garden measuring for the portable dance floor.
How much is that going to cost?
$450
That's not bad, Otto.
an hour.
What? We can put down some sand. Everybody will dance on the sand.
Yeah, then we can play beach volleyball. What do you say, Selma?
No, Daddy, I don't want to.
Fine, get to the dance floor.
Thank you, Father. I knew you'd listen to reason.
And you? Where were you after lunch?
I was on the veranda. We were rewording the wedding invitation.
Oh, what does it say now?
Please join Mr. and Mrs. Russell Stone to the wedding of their beloved daughter Charlene, to her ignorant and itinerant boyfriend Kevin.
Who's Kevin?
Louis, that's next week's wedding.
Oh dear, how foolish of me.
I was beginning to feel like the main character in a horror movie. Where were you after lunch, Miss Meyer?
I was in the conservatory tending to my Venus flytrap.
Venus? Flytraps?
You haven't seen a fly, have you? They're such hungry little devils, and I like to keep them fed. Would you like to see them?
Oh, no thank you, ma'am. I'm not into gratuitous violence. So, where were you after lunch, Mr. Meyer?
I was on the phone with...
You were in your study, weren't you?
Oh, yes.
Talking to who?
I believe I should be talking to whom, or better yet, with whom were you talking?
Great. An English lesson I did not need. Okay, talking to whom?
My lawyer.
What were you talking to him for?
That, sir, is none of your business.
Hey, tell me or tell the cops. It don't matter.
Doesn't matter?
You got it, lady.
Father, just tell Nick.
I was going to sue Cosmo.
Talk about a bombshell. There was means, opportunity, and motive all wrapped up into a nice, neat bundle. Mr. Meyer, I think we need to talk about this.
Don't worry, Dr. Nick. Otto tries to sue everyone. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to sue you before the wedding.
You know something, Selma? This is getting weirder and weirder by the minute.
Nick, I have no idea what you mean.
Don't take this personally, but your family is cuckoo.
Nick, I can't believe you said that.
Venus flytraps, suing the victim, a missing couch cushion?
Every family has its little quirks.
That's like saying the Sahara Desert's a cute little sandbox.
So, that doesn't mean any of my family killed Cosmo. Where were you right after lunch?
I was discussing treatment with my patient.
And look who just happens not to be here. What's wrong, Nick? You put the moves on her and she ran off?
I'll have you know, nobody put the moves on nobody. We were strictly professional.
Sure.
Where were you right after lunch?
What? You don't trust me?
You don't trust me.
Well, that's different. You're a man. And your patient, she's not your secretary.
Quit avoiding the question. Where were you?
I was trying on my wedding dress.
Did it fit?
Does it matter? I'm going to return it anyways.
Just then I could tell I was in a bit of hot water, but I was saved from needing a life preserver by none other than Gibbons.
Gibbons, what's wrong?
Ralph's room. Look in Ralph's room.
Mimi, if you don't mind, what was that $400 for? 400? Darling, that's 4,000.
What? $4,000 for what?
The 12-man band.
Wait, a six-man band for 2,000? Or better yet, a two-man van for 500.
Father!
A guy that could sue for $50.
Oh, my aching head.
Honestly, Otto, quit grumbling. Poor Gibbons is in terrible pain.
I'll go see if Elliot's got the ice pack.
It's about time.
Sorry, but my sister called. Here you go.
Oh no, Gibbons, are you alright?
A bit like fine wine. Chilled, but still robust.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I thought I zipped the shot.
Quite all right. Perhaps I should return to my duties, madame.
Don't you dare. You take the rest of the afternoon off.
Look who we found. Well, 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 if it isn't the elusive Miss Devine.
Get your hands off me.
What were you doing in the garage?
I thought that might be
Where what?
Where's Nick?
Oh, so it's Nick now, is it? Dr. Nor to you?
Why, he's no
Why did you try to knock the butler out?
knock him out? If I did that, we'd answer the door.
Where were you when Cosmo Krebs' body was found?
Nowhere around here. I can't stand the sight of blood.
I didn't think you wanted to face the music.
But you're gonna sing now? I don't know anything about the body. I've had other fish to fry.
Yeah, and you've really been turning up the heat on Nick.
He's just doing a job for me.
And you're trying to do a job on him.
Maybe you should tell us what you've been up to. Maybe it was you who was snooping through my desk.
What I'm looking for couldn't hide in a desk.
Well, tell us what you're looking for and we can all help find it.
Say, Gibbons, I think I found what you got hit in the head with.
The fireplace poker.
Yeah, and it looks like it's what sent poor Cosmo into the cosmos.
Where'd you find it, Nick?
In a pigsty in the room above this one.
That would be Mr. Ralph's room.
That bum!
Father, don't you call Ralph a bum! Who is this, Ralph?
This was the first time I noticed Miss Devine had returned to the flock. But she didn't look very sheepish. Miss Devine, we've been looking for you.
Yeah, I've been around.
I'll bet you have.
She was in the garage, and who knows where before that.
I bet her fingerprints are all over that poker.
Is that true, Miss Devine?
Dr. Noor, you know me better than that. You know I don't need a fireplace poker to get what I want.
And it was found in Mr. Ralph's room, along with this.
That's Ralph's glove. I bought him a pair of those last Christmas, but what's that all over it?
I'm afraid it's blood, Miss Sissy.
Oh no, Ralph wouldn't hurt anyone.
He wouldn't have had the energy.
Mother!
Besides, why would he kill Cosmo?
I agree. They had absolutely nothing in common. Unless it was Ralph all along.
What are you saying, Father?
This was a new wrinkle I hadn't tripped over before. What do you mean? What if it was Ralph all along?
Well, it's a bit of a long story.
What was that?
Ralph? Ralph? Sissy, you get back here.
If there was one thing I could say that this place needed, if I was really a doctor, it would be drastic action. We've got to search the house. We've got to find Ralph.
That's right.
He's the killer.
So he could be very dangerous.
Like a caged tiger? Ralph is more like a caged rabbit.
A stuffed rabbit.
It doesn't matter. We still got to find him. Otto, Mimi, you start on this floor, work your way up. Candy, you start upstairs, work your way down. Elliot, Gibbons, you start in the kitchen, work your way back here. Wedding planners, you start in the garage and work your way back here.
I'm gonna go find Sissy and make sure she doesn't do anything foolish.
So me and Desiree will start by the pool.
No, you will not. You go find Sissy, lady. Nick and I will start by the pool.
He's doing a job for me. And I kind of like Dr. Noor's poolside manner.
Well, Dr. Noor just lost his license to practice. Now get going.
Wow, two hot babes fighting over me. I was kind of envious of myself. Fighting to save your man, Selma. It's kind of hot.
Save you? I'm not even sure you'll make it through today, let alone our wedding.
Now that hurt.
Come on.
Desiree? How nice to see you.
Where have you been keeping yourself, Ralph?
You know, here, there.
Any place I'm not.
That ain't so. I didn't even know you was here. And by the way, How did you find me?
Your mom told me you were making time with a hot dog princess.
So my old lady snitched on me.
What are mothers for? It wasn't hard to locate your squeezing sister and follow her right on up here. It's a nice place she's got here. You aiming to get a cut of the action?
Ah, Desiree, you know you're the only one for me.
Don't give me that baloney, Ralph. One job with you was enough. Now I want my share.
I gave you your share.
When?
Right after we knocked off Sassafras Savings Loan, I gave you a handful of cash in the getaway car.
You gave me a $10 bill, 7 old parking tickets, and a handful of lint. Now where's the rest?
We didn't get much more than that, Desiree. The job was a bust.
You stuffed more green in your bag than a lettuce farmer's truck. Now where is it?
I spent it.
You what?
Well, I wasn't going to open a savings account. Who could trust banks these days?
Get back here, you weasel!
Now, Louie, I think we should stop coordinating weddings for a while.
That would be like closing a gold mine.
Yeah, but it's getting pretty dangerous.
I was thinking we ought to expand our inventory.
What do you mean?
What's our slowest season?
Around Halloween.
Exactly. Why not coordinate spook houses?
Spook houses.
And this would be the perfect place for spooks.
I don't see why you had to put that stupid chair there, Mimi.
My father gave us that chair for our 5th wedding anniversary.
I thought the 5th anniversary was like blankets or something.
Wood, dear. It's wood.
I'm gonna have to remember to thank your father right after I get a knee replacement.
You poor baby. This hasn't been a very fun weekend for you.
And it's only Friday.
Well, at least the wedding is shaping up.
We're gonna have to talk about the shape it's taking. I'm afraid we're gonna have to do a bit of scaling back.
Otto, we've discussed this at length.
I know, but I had Cosmo come here for a very important reason.
You didn't kill him, did you?
Mimi, how can you think such a thing? But there's something you have to know about our finances.
We have 400 people invited to this wedding.
We may have to invite a few of them.
How many?
399.
Otto Meyer, I want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now. Ralph! Ralphie, where are you?
I cannot believe you, Sissy.
Ralph, I'll buy you a new Spider-Man game if you'd only get up from that couch.
Sissy, you treat Ralph like he's 5 years old.
So?
So? He's a grown man. He ought to have jobs, friends, a life. You deserve better than Ralph.
Sure, just because you found Mr. Perfect Doctor, you all can catch a brain surgeon, Selma.
Sissy, maybe there's something I ought to tell you.
Oh, I know I'm not as pretty as you are, or as smart as you, and I don't have enough confidence to leave home yet. But when I met Ralph, I knew that he'd be mine, and mine alone.
Sissy, if that's what you want, then get a goldfish. Stop selling yourself short. You're every bit as pretty as me. And what'd you score on your SATs?
1345?
Who's talking about not being smart? I only scored 6.
Really?
Really? Sissy, I really don't think Ralph is good enough for you.
Selma, he's not a killer. I know that in my heart.
And that's your criteria for picking a guy? He can't be a murderer?
I just don't want to judge him too harshly.
I tell you, I spent it, Desiree, baby. But I'll make it up to you. I really will. Let's hit up the bank and backslap, or in Sassafras, backslap, just like we did in Sassafras, and then head off to Cancun. There's a nice little place there called Fernando's Hideaway.
That sounds like a good idea. I don't know what that hot dog of a girlfriend of yours would say.
Sissy, she's just been an easy mark. This has been a great place to lay low, don't you think? But now, it's time to blow this joint.
Ralph!
Sissy, I thought you were getting me a sandwich.
Sissy! I guess all my self-confidence is in my left hook. All right, you too. I guess you heard a little too much.
You hired Nick so you could find him?
I hired that idiot so I could find you, which would take me to her, and would lead me to Ralph. What are you gonna do to us? You know, Ralph cheated me out of my share of the Sassafras job. But I might be able to turn this into a profit. I bet your daddy would pay a bundle to get you two back.
So what, you're gonna kidnap us?
You can't, we are planning a wedding!
And you don't know my Nick. My Nick Nora will follow us to the ends of the earth to find us.
Your boyfriend is a stupid, half-baked gumshoe who couldn't catch a fly ball with a garbage can. Hey!
Gee, baby, looks like you're out at first. With a name like that, the kid don't need glasses. Good thing you can't get paper cuts from newsprint, or else it look like he'd gone through a shredder.
I think Sissy's learned her lesson, Mummy.
I sure have. Men are bones. Lousy, stinking bones.
Cut it out.
If I could reach you, Ralph, I'd give you more than just love taps. Where's the money? What money?
You're mistake with confusion. So I figured I'd clear out the pollution a little bit. See, Ralph here and Desiree robbed the Sassafras National Bank and made off with a chunk of change. You got a figure on that something, baby?
You called her baby. Does that mean the wedding's still on?
If Dr. Nick will have me,
Say, Selma, since we're coming clean,
they stole $235,367.18.
So where is it, Ralph? You dumped me out of the getaway car before we could split the take. Tell her, you creep!
All right. I spent it on the ponies.
The ponies? How cute! You bought ponies. What did you name them?
Mummy, I don't think he bought ponies.
He gambled the money on them at the track, but there must have been some winners out of all of that. There's a lot of averages, so you should have hit 1 or 2 jackpots.
No, it doesn't, because Ralph is a loser. Is she right, Ralph? How much do you have left of the $235,357.18?
Only the 18 cents.
I still don't understand why you killed Cosmo.
Me? Kill Cosmo. Are you out of your mind?
Don't talk to my sister like that, you creep, and tell her why you killed Cosmo!
I didn't kill Cosmo, I swear. What would I want to kill Cosmo for?
Because we think Cosmo was taking money from us.
He was?
A lot of money.
So that's why Mr. Meyer was having such an adverse reaction to the wedding.
Normally the reaction goes away when Daddy's little girl bats her big round back at him.
This would take a lot more than batting eyes to cure.
Look what I found.
could this be it? The missing link? The reason why Ralph killed Cosmo? Looks like a briefcase.
Yep,
Where'd you find it, Father?
right by the front entryway.
Sure. Cosmo must have been leaving when Ralph here intercepted him.
I never intercepted nobody.
Shut up!
Maybe the money's in the suitcase, or the briefcase. That's how it is in the movies.
Full of something.
I never much believed that life imitated art, or vice versa. But maybe this one time would make me a believer in such a silly platitude. Let's have a look inside, shall we?
Do you want the honors, Dr. Nick?
Have at it. Well, you can't be too careful these days.
What are these?
Bridal magazine!
Oh, there's the dress I wanted to take a look at, Lila.
This one has honeymoon spots in it, Selma. And look at these cakes.
Looks like Ralph struck again.
What'd you take from the briefcase, Ralph?
Nothing, I swear.
Oh, you can roll off that couch, but it's gonna be right into a prison cell.
Good. At least nobody'll hit me with a newspaper there.
That's when I had an idea. Maybe Ralph didn't kill Cosmo. I figured Selma, knowing her way around the Hot Dog Palace, might be able to help me find one last clue. Selma, baby, come here.
What's wrong, Dr. Nord?
Oh, nothing. I just have an itch. Selma here's gonna scratch it for me.
Get your claws off me, Gibbons! You don't know who you're dealing with.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Gibbons, what are you doing with the cook?
Really, Gibbons, life wasn't that bad.
Go me.
You aren't really a cook, are you?
Of course I'm a cook.
Not with an apron like that, you've never cooked anything in your life.
You're trying to think funny, sir? I'll be prepared for the punchline. Or should I say, pump line?
All right, I know when I'm licked.
Hey, if the shoe fits, man.
Elliot, is this true? You're not really a cook?
Just like somebody else wasn't really my boyfriend.
It's his turn. Hit him. He made lousy sandwiches anyway.
You don't know who you're dealing with. Who exactly are we dealing with? Nothing less than the IRS. May I? Agent Elliot Gherkin, the IRS. Well, I guess the heat's really on in this house, isn't it?
And my goose is cooked.
Somebody's was. We've been looking into the activities of Cosmo Krebs. We believe he is stealing money from your company meant for tax payments. He sent in partial payments, said he stopped paying it at all. The idiot signed his name on everything, so we know it's him behind whatever was going on.
So Cosmo did steal from Otto Meyer hot dogs?
He stole plenty.
Well, then I'm glad you killed him.
Ma'am, the IRS doesn't kill anybody.
No, you just bleed us to death.
Now, Mr. Meyer, I think you need to be a bit more diplomatic right now. Agent Gherkin, do you have any proof that Cosmo Krebs stole all this money?
If anyone cares to look in his pocket, you find a one-way ticket to Brazil and his briefcase full of cash. Roughly $3 million in bearer bonds.
His briefcase was full of bridal magazines.
What?
Wonderful ideas. And there really were a lot of amazing coupons.
Something is very wrong here.
Sure. Somebody must have substituted briefcases and took his ticket to Brazil and his passport to boot.
Ralph?
Oh, come on, sissy. You know I ain't that smart.
That's the first honest thing you ever said to me. Then she did it. She robbed a bank, and she was gone all that time.
You're crazy. I couldn't pass for that Cosmo, however you say his name.
But with a bit of padding, slicked back hair, and a pair of glasses. Listen, I like money, but I don't like it that much.
The pieces were all starting to fit together. Ralph couldn't have killed Cosmo. He was right. He was just too stupid. Otto and Mimi, they would have just been hurting themselves. Candy, come on. She'd never do anything to put herself in an orange jumpsuit. The wedding planners, they were cagey enough. But how many weddings could they coordinate along the Amazon? Gibbons, come on. The butler never does it. But there was always Agent Gherkin. I heard an IRS agent makes about as much as a waiter on a lousy day. So knowing what he knew, guess who's the prime suspect? And in walked Selma to verify my very careful and genius reasoning.
Good thinking, Dr. Nick.
That briefcase is exactly like the other one.
Sure is.
Filled with bonds, bearer bonds, ready to be cashed anywhere.
We'll all be a skunk in a cash patch.
Otto, is that what our money looks like? Take a picture quick before it disappears. Gee, Ralph, if you'd only played your cards right, it could have been all yours. Shut up!
No. Agent Elliot Gherkin, you are under arrest for the murder of Cosmo Krebs and the theft of all this dough.
Nick.
You have the right to remain silent.
Nick.
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Nick!
In the court of law?
You can't arrest him.
Of course not. You're a doctor.
No, Mummy.
You did find the briefcase in his room, right?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. It wasn't in his room. It was under the bed. The butler did it!
Mommy! Mommy!
Get him, Nick!
You sound like a doctor to me.
Ralph, you bump! Untie me first! Ralph, you get back here now!
Louie, we should help. Which way?
Wait for me! Just where are you going with that?
This is the property of the IRS.
We'll see about that.
Wait! We're supposed to be working together!
No, they Candy!
Stop it, sissy. Give me a break.
I'll give you a break. A break in your arm, a break in your leg, maybe even a broken neck! I'm not the one you want. Sorry, lady.
Gee, Selma, this is a heck of a time to try on a wedding dress. And it's a little bit tight, but you look fabulous.
Now hold it, Agent Gherkin. This is going to be settled by people who know their stuff.
You don't think I know my stuff?
If you go over tax returns like you cook a roast, then we're all in trouble.
Oh, I give up. Stop it, sissy. Gee, Selma, it's like aftershave. That's nasty.
Where do you think you're going, lady?
Yeah, you didn't pay your bill.
You're not getting a dime out of me.
That's okay, because through satisfaction and a job well done. And if you believe that, I've got some swampland in Florida for sale.
Wait, Selma, if you're there, who's in here? Hey, look what we found.
New tablecloth.
Oh, Selma, we're sorry.
What are you doing in your wedding dress?
Trying to elope?
Oh, Gibbons, why?
You really think I like being the perfect butler?
Of course, you were so good at it.
All I've ever wanted to do was lie on a beach somewhere sipping pina coladas.
Oh, Gibbons, we have a sandbox, and you could have made a pina colada any day that you wanted.
I happened to see what Krebs had in his briefcase, so I decided to make a quick substitution.
Fortunately for him, he found out.
A pity. He was such a hard nut to bust.
Gosh, Nick, you sure know how to operate. You can cut the canker sores out of society like nobody's business.
Well, not exactly.
Maybe we better get these three locked up, Dr. Nick.
What's she talking about?
Where'd you get those handcuffs?
Oh, sometimes Dr. Nick and I need them for surgery.
Look, kiddo, I'm gonna cut you a deal. If you tell the DA to go easy on me, I'll keep my mouth shut. What are you talking about?
Sounds like something on CSI.
I've faced thieves, the mob, political assassins, and cold-blooded killers. I figured it was about time to face my future in-laws. Miss Meyer, Mr. Meyer, there's something I have to tell you.
Nick, no.
Selma, they've got to know. I can't keep up the charade any longer.
Oh.
I heard that in a movie once.
What's wrong? Oh no, you're already married.
We do have a wonderful price on a mythical reception.
Selma, tell them, please.
Selma, honey, do I need to sit down?
Mommy, Father, Nick isn't a doctor like you think.
Is that all? Well, it's so nice to finally have a dentist in the family.
I ain't no dentist neither.
You'd better not say you're a Democrat.
Mommy, Father, meet Nick. Nick Knorr, private detective.
And Selma, she doesn't work in a hospital.
Selma, where do you work?
She works for me.
Fighting for truth, justice, and the American way.
I thought Superman was just a comic book guy.
Oh no, what am I supposed to tell the girls at the country club?
You're gonna say we're not losing a daughter. We're gaining Columbo. Welcome to the family, son.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you very much for coming. You've been a great audience.